how you go about it. Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, Omalicha Nwoke, the Biafran Republic Government and Exile Finance Minister, is humbly campaigning for global Biafran financial support for the purpose of Finland Convention, Biafran Defense Forces, and redeclaration-related activities. I appreciate all Biafrans who have been supporting our liberation movement. I also urge everyone to massively support more than ever, especially in these critical times. Oh, my fellow lovely great Biafrans, let's come together and support our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who is currently working tirelessly to hand over our freedom to us this year, 2024. Freedom is coming, yeah, yeah. Yo, 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 yo. Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. Salute every Biafran especially. Yeah, yeah. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kaina yo no 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 no. Ogechukwu kama. Onyamana gidi gidi bakulo munu. Ogechukwu kama. Welu ndidi chukwu kasebele. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kama. Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere nekelunu. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kaina yo no no. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kaina yo na nyasi. Ogechukwu kama. There is no magic to progress and success in life. Life gives back what you give to it. It takes a man who believes in himself to create wealth. So keep working hard and never lose hope in what you believe in. Ayakata. Life is not easy. Sigh. Make it take and judge. I want to use this special opportunity to recognize great Dim Odumegwu. I can't also forget General Philip Effiong. Okama Daloso. Come cheta kwanu men underground. Umoma kubigwe. Anye na fuakolo. Airborne. De facto government in homeland. A special recognition to every Biafran who have been supporting from day one. May Elohim continue to flourish you in your different endeavors. He says, Mazina Dekano, Ohamadike, one of Biafra, EKID. The Prime Minister, Obatobie, Ogechukwu Nkere Simukelekio, Wokoma, Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kaina yo no 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 no. Ogechukwu kama. Onyamana gidi gidi bakulo munu. Ogechukwu kama. Welu ndidi chukwu kasebele. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kama. Mama biko yobolisa. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kaina yo no no. Ogechukwu kama. Ogechukwu kaina yo na nyasi. Ogechukwu kama. Ayole, ayiga kolole garole nu. Uwi bole, cheta kwa na lubofuo. 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. Ino. Onye puru chi yuzo akwa no 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 no. Joy, 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 joy. Don't give up when It's so close. It's so close. Ogechukukama. Never you give up, no, no, no. Ogechukukama. Believe in your dreams, brother. Ogechukukama. Never you say no, 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 no. Ogechukukama. 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 Never you down your faith, no, no. Ogechukukama. Keep your head up, keep on fighting. Ogechukukama. Oyabala, oyabala, jodo. Ogechukukama. A big shout out to Mazi Ogechukukere. I salute you, my peer, Mazi Simoniba. Life is sweet when you're patient. The greatest shout out goes to the media team, great talents. They won.
They go, they gossip, we go, they fight. PM Simon Eka, you be the light. That's how we must get. Freedom is our goal. If you like gossip, we go the road. Biafra freedom, now our dream true. No matter the challenge, we go the push through. Now them go the yard, we no go the scan. With faith and courage, we dey stand hard. All time and far, lead us through the storm. Biafra land calling, let's make it our norm. Our goal. If you like gossip, we go the road. Biafra freedom, now our dream true. No matter the challenge, we go the push through. Biafra freedom, now our dream true. No matter the challenge, we go the push through. Biafra land calling, let's make it our norm. Biafra know that bar, lead us through the storm. Biafra land calling, let's make it our norm.
Nigerian government is evil. It's evil. Nigerian government is a killer. Yes, it's killer. Nigerian government is a murderer. Sure, they are murderers. Monkey carry money, money. Python swallow money, money. What you know go hear? What you know go hear? Everybody quiet, quiet. All the youths are quiet, quiet. Musicians are quiet, quiet. Nollywood are quiet, quiet. Biafra government take Nigerian government taking me gun. Simon taking me gun. Akumba walobo. Akum. Onyane kumweli fone me. Oba tokie. New dimension. Yes. Multi-dimensional approach. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ebon. Woto. Ebon. Kopafa. Woto. Ebon. Kopafa. Woto. Mbajo my freedom, I'll get to my car. 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 For many years you've been killing us. Many years you've been slaving us. For broad daylight you killed us. Swaba, Obibo, Okuama, Fabakeleke, Mbo, Enugu, Ehamufu. Thank you my mama, thank you my papa, thank you my civilization. For Bayesa, don't they kill us? Rivers of Bayam. Yes, sir. I can make one day I live there. You can't kill us again and go free. At this time, I need opportunity to watch. Equal people have attacked us. One spirit, you the pushers, we go push you. You go fight us, we go fight you. At the end, the Biafra got to lay down. Ebon, woto. Ebon, woto. Ebon, woto. Mbajo my freedom, I'll get to my car. 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 Nigeria government, let Biafra go. Biafra never go. Biafra never go. One day Biafra to go down. Biafra to go down. If you love Biafra, or you be a Biafra, raise your hand in the air. Then let you go to Biafra. Live on them, man. Yes. Ani anabagoni. Biafra anabagoni. Biafra to go down. I'm watchabagoni. Biafra anabagoni. Biafra anabagoni. I'm watchabagoni. Biafra to go down. Yes, sir. Salute.
The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janja with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janja with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed with advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Let me say that if the federal government have demonstrated capacity and can arrest Nnamdi Kanu, they should also exhibit the same zeal and will and decision to arrest these Fulani herdsmen that are terrorizing our state and our country. Let that be done. These ones are living here with us, but if Nnamdi Kanu can be arrested from a foreign land, I believe that the federal government will exhibit the same will. They will arrest Fulani herdsmen, especially Mayatiala, who have owned up to the killings in Benue State and have continued to terrorize our land. It is laughable and unfortunate when I heard that Mayatiala are calling Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist, someone who is fighting for the liberation of his people is being called a terrorist by a terrorist organization called Mayatiala and Fulani herdsmen. So federal government should rise up to its responsibility and arrest this one. I have no problem in trying Nnamdi Kanu. Due process should be followed and let there be justice. If he has committed any offense, let there be justice. But the federal government must also do justice by arresting Fulani herdsmen who have been terrorizing our land, who have created so much problems and pains and challenges to our economy, to our security, to our unity. If federal government doesn't do that, it means they are not serious. And let me say that if the federal government have demonstrated capacity and can arrest Nnamdi Kanu, they should also exhibit the same zeal and will and decision to arrest these Fulani herdsmen that are terrorizing our state and our country. Let that be done. These ones are living here with us, but if Nnamdi Kanu can be arrested from a foreign land, I believe that if federal government will exhibit the same will, they will arrest Fulani herdsmen, especially Mayatiala, who have owned up to the killings in Benue State and have continued to terrorize our land. It is laughable and unfortunate when I heard that Mayatiala are calling Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist, someone who is fighting for the liberation of his people is being called a terrorist by terrorist organization called Mayatiala and Fulani herdsmen. So federal government should rise up to its responsibility and arrest this one. I have no problem in trying Nnamdi Kanu. Due process should be followed and let there be justice. If he has committed any offense, let there be justice. But the federal government must also do justice by arresting Fulani herdsmen who have been terrorizing our land, who have created so much problems and pains and challenges to our economy, to our security, to our unity. If federal government doesn't do that, it means they are not serious.
Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayers shall be known both day and night. Say them all,
I made silence to the following heroes of Biafra and first man. We mourn our heroes past, we celebrate them and our heroes living. Our babies, women and children, we salute them. All your sacrifices will not be in vain. And to all Biafrans all over the globe that are supporting BRGIE to see that the quest for Biafra is not thwarted, your contributions and your immense sacrifices will never be in vain. He said, he said, he said, he said, the God of Biafra will replenish your pocket and increase everything you do so that your fountain will never dry. It will continue to overflow and your system will forever be alive. He said, he said, he said, we welcome everyone to this very broadcast. And as you join the broadcast, do us the favor of inviting your friends and family so that they will also be aware of what is happening here tonight. We salute our leaders that have been before us, and we salute those that fought for the existence of mankind so that our babies, women, and children will not be slaughtered in 67 They rather took a stand. The sacrifices of our heroes from 67 to these days can never be thwarted as well. It is on that precept which they created for us that we pick up the courage to continue the mandate of Biafra today. I want everybody to understand and remember today that we did not start anything different. It is that same Biafra that our forefathers and our fathers declared in 1967 when our lives were on the brink of destruction, when the heads of our babies, women and children, when the heads of our fathers were severed, were cut to pieces and loaded into a train from the northern part of Nigeria and sent down to us in the east as a gift for the year. That was the kind of gift that we served to General Ojukwu and Philip Efion. That was the kind of gift that we served to our fathers, our mothers, and our elders. And they took heed to the counsel of Ojukwu that if we fold our hands, all of us will be wiped out. It is better we do a fight to finish, a fight to fight and defend ourselves. That is why some people in Asaba assembled themselves to say they want to welcome the Nigerian military government, Nigerian troops, and they wore white and white. They came in solidarity to welcome the Nigerian military troops as a way of pleasing them and telling them that, oh, we are not part of the secession or the separation of Nigeria. We are not Igbos or we are not Biafrans, so we don't want to join to separate Nigeria. We want to join to be inside Nigeria. We want to count ourselves to be from the Yoruba or from the outside. What was the reprisal? The reprisal and the answer from the Nigerian terrorist groups was that they already know you. And how was that language spoken? That they already know you more than you know yourselves. That you are a Biafran by birth and by heritage, is that they line up everybody that came out there to welcome the Nigerian terrorist military and their government. They now segregated the ladies from the men. They decided to kill all the men. These are not men of age 10 and 20. These are men from age 4 going up. They line all of them up and slaughtered all of them. Why? Because they know the power and the existence in the male child of Biafra. They know that we are all soldiers and we should be having lion's heart. They know that when they allow one of us to spring, that offspring will become another danger to the existence of the terrorists. So, the entire whole eastern region, you are all Biafrans. Whether you like it or not, you can continue to be stupid. That is your own business anyway. But the Nigerian terrorist government are not stupid by knowing your ancestors. They know where you come from. They know where you belong. They know your lineage. They know your families. A goat can never become a lion. And a lion can never become a goat. You can always identify a lion by where it emanated from. You can always identify a goat from where the goat emanated from. So stop mincing words and stop deceiving yourselves that Nigeria in any way will come to be on the same table with you and to be kissing you, and you will be kissing Nigeria. You are living in fool's paradise. Come out from that paradigm, because that paradigm, the shift will not be accommodating to you. Come out from it. So that Biafra that our forefathers saw how our babies, women, and children, their heads were severed, cut to pieces, and served as a present into a train, and was haulaged from the northern part of Nigeria down to the east for us to receive it as a gift. It is that same way that our fathers used that momentum and that synergy to declare the restoration of Biafra, or to declare the independence of Biafra. It is that same synergy, that same pattern, that we have declared the restoration of that very independence. So, we've not done anything differently. It is not a new Biafra, no. It is that same Biafra that we died for before. It is that same Biafra that our parents died for before. It is that same Biafra that you see Mazen Nambikano dying for today. It is that same Biafra that Mazen Monepa is dying for. It is that same Biafra that all of you are dying for. It is that same Biafra that our Biafra defense forces have put their lives on the line for. And no other Biafra. And we will continue until we see that Biafra is fully restored. So anybody that is going wayward, believing that Nigeria will be their savior, is another big fool. Owazirike came to rekindle the fire of the Biafra independence, and then he put up a Biafra Republic government in it. Our PM came to resuscitate that same Biafra Republic government in exile. That government of the people, for the people, and by the people. That government that mediates between the Biafran people and the international community. Today, the Biafran people have a government that can speak for them, that can present their case and take responsibilities for them. You need not run about anyhow. But there's one thing we need to make people to understand. Biafran people are not running away from their ancestral lands to come to Europe, to come to America, and to come to UK to seek asylum. We are not abandoning our land and running down and doing Japa. We are not activating Japa syndrome to come down to other parts of the world to seek refuge. Rather, we have taken it upon ourselves to stand and fight and defend our land and our existence and to take it back. It is only a fool that will run away while a terrorist is coming into your land, and then you run out. You say you want to jump out to America, you want to jump out to UK, you want to jump out to Europe. When you jump out to UK and Europe, today that the UK and Europe and America are deporting people that jump out from Nigeria down to their country. When they deport you now, where will they deport you back to? Will you go back to enter a terrorist IDP camp? Will you go back to go and enter terrorist homes? When terrorists have already taken over your home, there is no place for you to go back to enter. So what you do is to stand and fight. Biafran people who have men and women that have put their lives on the line to say they are ready to fight. They are ready to stand and defend Biafra land. All they are asking you, wherever you are, is that you should send your financial support to them. Send your financial support to them so that they can be able to use it to acquire every logistics that is needed for them to defend Biafra land. BRGIE condemns what Nigerian terrorist governments are doing on our leader, Martin Nambikano. And we condemn what Finland is doing on our leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa. But there is one thing you need to understand, that freedom is not given. You got to fight for it. There are sacrifices that our leaders are paying, which are for all of us to be able to climb on top of the pillar or to get to the pinnacle and destroy and activate some button that needs to be activated. The time is now. The time is not tomorrow. The time is not yesterday. The time is not next year. The time is now. Make use of this ample opportunity that availed itself to activate every button necessary to be able to get Biafra independence restored. And that is what BRGI are doing in Washington, D.C. And that is what BDF are doing in the homeland. BRGIE have gone as far as tearing Nigerian yachts to pieces in Washington, D.C. When you listen to our 8 p.m.'s emergency press briefing a day ago or 24 hours ago, he made you to understand that when he is having meeting with Senator Cruz, when he is having meeting with a chairman, House of Foreign Affairs of America, when he is having meeting with the Speaker of America, the number 3 man in America, when he is having meeting with all the lawmakers of America, he is not there to sing the praises of Nigeria. He is there to present the atrocities of Nigeria, of old and new. He is there to tear Nigeria apart. He is there to expose Nigeria. He is there to make the lawmakers of America and the citizens of America to understand what they never knew and what someone has not come to present to them. I want to ask all of you. You sleep and wake up and then you see that Nigeria and their Senate and their lawmakers and their government are running up and down, crying, gnashing their teeth, and wailing. Why? Because American lawmakers have picked up on their atrocities, their extrajudicial killings, their kidnappings and maiming, their massacre, their destruction of lives and property, their forceful disappearance of Biafrans, their destructive tendencies on every Christian, their support of the terrorists that have taken over the country. You did not ask yourself a question. Is it a fellow Nigerian who loves Nigeria and wants Nigeria to continue that went to America to destroy Nigeria before America? Is it a fellow Nigerian that wants Nigeria to remain as one? Is it a Nigerian who wants Nigeria to remain like this, that went to meet the lawmakers of America to destroy Nigeria? It can never be. Even the pastors and bishops, the clergymen in Nigeria, who are benefiting from your massacre and on daily basis, who are benefiting from your tithe and offering in churches, then they will be preaching salvation for you. They'll be telling you that salvation and Yehoshua and Jesus is coming a second time. You should come and sow seed. When you sow the seed will transform and change everything. The pastors and the bishops are using your money to buy private jets. They are using it to build schools. They are using it to open companies. They are using it to establish business for themselves and families. They are giving the best of lives to their wives and families and children. From what? From your tithe and offering that they make. It is a very good business. Yes. Church business has been well merchandised, and it is a very good business that is giving them a very good monetary value. So I'm asking you, is it a Nigerian pastor? Is it a bishop? Is it a GADGO? Is it a Yerego or Kumuyi? Who sees that when he builds 50,000 auditorium. All of you will come and enter. And then, when you are sowing seed, when you are giving offering, in one gathering, you may have given offering of 1 trillion naira. And then his business is growing, he's making his money. Is it that kind of person that will go to America to destroy Nigeria? No. It is only true Biafrans that want Biafra independence that will go diplomatically and politically to destroy Nigeria. Will go and open the yansh of Nigeria there. He will go and start explaining every atrocities of Nigeria to American lawmakers. And then they will get to understand and know and see what to dig in and get more information. They know how to place sanctions on Nigeria. Why are the Nigerian lawmakers and governors and their ministers and senators crying over the spark of the American lawmakers preparing to place more sanctions on them? Some of you did not believe when BRGIE said, we have submitted explosive testimony to the US Congress lawmakers. We have also submitted a proposed deal, economic and defense deal, that will be in support and in response or in exchange for political support to the Biafran people, to the US government. Then, on the 18th, the same US government approved and gave the Biafran people a US first ever congressional briefing. And then you saw them all here in this place. You took them for a joke. You did not know, you did not care to place significance on what they are doing. Do you think that American government will allow anybody to walk into the US Capitol to come and have congressional briefing inside their own Capitol building, where they are discussing, exposing Nigeria, discussing and creating awareness for Biafra, telling people about the emergence of Biafra, and exposing Nigeria at large? Before they gathered here, they have already submitted paperwork to the American Congress before it got to this point of giving them the opportunity to come and use this US Congressional Hall for this conference. You see, some of you took it for a joke. You don't understand the implications, and you did not you did not take it serious. You thought that it is business as usual. So you were all laughing. Eh? You see, had it been that Biafra declaration of 2nd December 2024 was in America, eh? all of you would have understood what it means to do something in America. Are you getting the point? Europe is so corrupt that even when we did a worldwide Biafra independence declaration in Europe, they downplayed the reportage. They just look at America. Look at America. How many congressional briefings have we done in America now? Only one. Only one congressional briefing. we just did one congressional briefing. One. And then, after only one congressional briefing, all the Pandora box of Nigeria are being opened. Now tell me, if we were to declare Biafra in America, in our headquarters office in America, do you know what will have happened by now to Nigeria? America is the place where the headquarters of BRGIE is. America is the place where our APM and the lobbies and attorneys are meeting the US Congress and having discussions with them about Biafra and opening the Pandora box of Nigeria, exposing and destroying them. Then, only one US congressional briefing that happened on the 18th of September. And then everybody are crying. Only one congressional briefing have just happened now. And then look at the fire that it has gone to bring out from the Red Cross against Nigeria. So compare and contrast now. Had it been we did our Biafra declaration in America, do you know what will have happened by now? America is the seat of power, the place that we sit down to make decisions. Internationally, so anything you do on American soil, it carries a very big. That is why our headquarters in USA is a very big thing, for those of you that may not know. And then the APM has already entered the US Congress. He's there with the lawmakers, putting everything on the table. Then only one US congressional briefing. Nigeria don't scatter. They are crying now. I thought you people said una kidnap Anambra-Igbo and also detain imprison Simon. Okay, now you people forgot to have actually gone for the worst guy, the worst sheriff in town. This is the worst sheriff in town. This is the worst sheriff in town, because you people were actually going for the wrong guy. It's like, okay, make I say something. It's like our PM played you people chess game. Yes. Our PM played you people chess game. He diverted all your attention to Finland. And all of you came to Finland. What power does Finland have to decide the independence of Biafra? Do you know that Nigerian government don't have sense? What power does America have? And what power does Finland have? What power does Europe have to decide the independence of America, the independence of Biafra? What power does Europe and Finland have to decide the independence of Biafra? Now, this is where the bad guy did. The bad guy did for America. The bad guy did for US Congress. The bad guy did for Washington, D.C. They cook food for Nigeria. Make una carry Prime Minister for Finland. But the bad guy did for America. The bad guy did America. Look at him here. All of you have visited your eye on Finland. You fix your eye on Anambra-Igbo. But the bad guy there, America. See the bad guy here. See the bad guy here. This is the Senator Cruz that all of you are crying about. That is the one bringing out the bill to sanction all Nigerian lawmakers. Do you see the bad guy with him? This is the bad guy, the APM, with Senator Cruz. So, it is not even Simon Ekpa that you people should have gone for. It is not even Mazen Namdekan that you people should have gone for. I think we actually play people this work very well. Yes. We play on this work very well and he entered. The bad guy did for America and I ended this. Now from America, everything they happen. You see? Now, with all these meetings and discussions with the US congressmen and women and the senators of America, and then the next thing we saw him bringing all Biafrans inside US Congress. He's bringing Biafrans inside US Congress. Just look at it. It's bringing Biafra inside US Congress. Where has this ever happened? And some of you don't have sense. Nigerian lawmakers, you don't have sense. You don't have sense. If you say you get sense, if you don't learn something, sense. Some Biafrans are telling you people and Nigerian politicians are telling people that this man here, he don't get anything to offer. Tell me any Biafran that has been able to break through the US Congress to go there and have meeting with them and present Biafra. And then it did not just stop there. Now, he is bringing cross sections of Biafrans inside the capital to come and do what? To come and have a congressional briefing. Look at the flags. These flags here are not Photoshop. These flags here, they are not Photoshop. You have seen him when he went to have meetings with the US congressmen. He snap photo, you see all these flags. You see all these flags. Now, he is not only the person that has entered here now. Some of these Biafrans here, they have stayed in America for the past 80 years. Some have stayed for 50 years. Some have stayed for 40 years. Some have stayed for 50, 20, 25, 10. None of them have had the opportunity of entering this US Congress hall, where they have to stay and make decisions that affect the entire world. But you see, with the emergence of BRGIE and with this bad guy that they call EFIK, he has been able to make many of these Biafrans to make history. For you to make history, to enter this place, to go and be part and parcel of those that are opening the Pandora box of Nigeria. And then today, Nigerian government are crying. Hey, Nam, una do well. APM, the bad guy. Hey, I salute you. You do well. You see, after you went to US Congress with all your meetings and now you carry Biafra go for the congressional briefing. Nigerian government are now crying. And Christians in Nigeria now have hope after many years of the terrorist invasion. Look at the series and chronology of massacre that has happened in Nigeria. Just look at the record. They have not been able to give us record from 2002. They've not been able to give record from 2006. They've not been able to give from 2007. Because these are the time this thing started. They are only able to give record from 2009. And immediately the APM took Biafrans to go and have a congressional handshake and briefing inside the US Congress. The table turned. The table turned. Everything changed. You now see that Nigerian government are now crying. They are crying. Now, I don't know how people are crying. Maybe you people are crying to see how you can be able to kidnap APM. Okay, Nigeria is not like America. America is not like Nigeria. America is not like Finland. America is not like Kenya. America is not Africa. America is not European countries so that will sell their own citizens. If you go to kidnap inside America, hey, you go here when you go here come. This is somebody that is already having direct discussion with all the lawmakers. What do you think that he goes here to do? Do you think that this man go here to go and sit down and take coffee? Nigerian government, do you think that this bad guy, this APM, the bad guy here, do you think that this man go to the US senators and lawmakers of America to go and sit down and take coffee? Do you think that he go there to take photo and then shake hands and then come back? No! These are the mistakes that you are making. You undermine every discussion and meetings and photo that they go and come and snap and give to you. And you think that it's only to go and snap photo. And if it is possible that somebody can just go and walk up to a senator and a congressman in America and say, I want to snap a photo with you inside the capital, not in the market square, not along the road or in the street or in the village, inside the US Congress Capitol building. That White House, where you see White House, now there everything they happen. Some of you undermine what he goes to do. You think that he go, he shake hand, he come out, he go, he shake hand, he take photo. He carry this bag, he take photo. He carry this bag, he take photo, he come out. But now Nigerian government are crying that for this man to be going to American Congress and senators to be talking and coming out and showing them only photo, they believe that it is only photo, but they don't know that it's something more than photo that he has been going there to. Today, the result is coming out that it is not only the photo that you people see that he has been going there to. Show me one Nigerian, show me one pastor or one bishop that will have the courage to say, I want Nigeria to be destroyed, knowing very well that he is gaining money from Nigeria. He's gaining money from the destruction that they are causing in the church congregation by brainwashing all of you in the name of God and church. Then you come and put up, they eat the money, they use it to build houses and build everything they want to build. So how can that pastor, that bishop, that clergyman, that politician now come back and be telling you, let us join hands to destroy Nigeria? No! It is BRGIE that is doing it. Okay? Get the message very straight. And if you want to see and know more about the political and diplomatic outreach of BRGIE, when you visit this website, please click on here, diplomatic engagement. Here, you will see more of the photos and the works. Can you see this? Now, just check out. I want some people to carry their phone. Carry your phone and snap this thing the way you see like this and post it out. Compare and contrast how many photos you have just seen here now. How many cross-section of photos have you seen here now? Do you think that as this man is going to have this meeting and snap this photo with these people, that they just snap the photo just for photo's sake? They just snap photo, they come and post. From what I display on the screen now, I can count how many photos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. I have just displayed only 31. Only 31 is what I've just displayed. If I go down again, you'll see more. So the question is, if you have just displayed only 31 and then you have more, that means this man has done more damage to Nigeria with only 31 senators compared to the rest of the numbers that are there. The numbers are plenty there. The photos are not repeated. They are different senators, different congressmen you see there. So different discussion, different meetings, different achievements targeted at what? Getting results. At the end of the day, you think that Nigeria will not be collecting Comco. Okay. So, having seen and understand all this, now let us go to where Nigerian lawmakers are now crying. They are crying heavily. Why? Because BRGIE has done something here to them. Honestly, they were taking us for granted. We diverted the attention on Mazi Nnamdi. We diverted the attention on Mazi Monepa. So they went to imprison Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Monepa, not knowing that where the food is properly cooked to use and destroy them is in America. Now America is talking, and all the lawmakers and government of Nigeria are quaking. They cry now, and their cry is coming out very loud. They are the ones using their mouth to confess now that the cry is too much. We want everyone to remember that we declared Biafra. 50,048,916 Biafrans casted their vote. And it was a yes vote to declare Biafra, to exit Nigeria. So there is nothing like election of one Nigeria in Biafra land. Anambra is where? Biafra land. Inform everybody on this very day. Inform your friends and families. On the 6th, 7th, 8th, and on the 6th, 7th, and 8th of November, stay clear from where you see Nigerian structures. Stay clear from where they want to do this election, because the Biafran civil engineers, they will be restructuring many structures in Biafra land. They will be restructuring many structures in Biafra land on these days, these 3 days. They will be restructuring many structures in Biafra land. So we are reminding Biafran people, don't be a scapegoat. Don't allow yourself to be used as a victim to sacrifice for Nigeria election, okay? Because the election will not hold in Biafra land. We are creating this awareness now. We have started here in October to create this awareness for you to have like 1 month extra to understand and know that there is no election in Biafra land. There is no election of one Nigeria in Biafra land. Explain to them and let them get the message and let them understand it very well. The Biafra civil engineers will be restructuring some structures on those days. So don't fall victim. Okay?
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Biafran people, Boko, stay away from where you have these terrorists present. Yes. Like we said before, those days of the sit at home, you're going to see Biafran civil engineers doing what? Restructuring some structures in Biafra land. So stay clear from there. Now, the photo you see on the screen, before I go to the next thing, the photo you see on the screen is the numbers and names of Christians that have been massacred by the terrorists. They were massacred in Plateau State. So you can see their names there. Read their names there and then go and check. So for the terrorist Nigerian politicians who call themselves lawmakers, who are trying to denounce the news that Nigerian terrorist government massacred their babies, women, and children using the terrorists. Check this name. I want all of you to screenshot this thing you see on the screen. Screenshot this thing and post it everywhere. Screenshot it and post it everywhere. And then go and ask them. What you see there is the Kuka Center Market Foundation. This is where? In Plateau State. This is not hidden. It is because of the denial of the Nigerian politicians that has made all these things to have to come out. Yes, all of them have to come out. They have to come out more than before. So just look at how they massacre babies, women, and children and destroy the lives of all these people. And yet, senators, governors, ministers, religious leaders can come out and they want to be politically correct. They want to be politically correct. They want to tell you that Nigeria needs to continue to remain as one. No, can never. So screenshot this and then share it and post it out so that those that are not aware will also see it.
Today they would.
Here now is a senator lamenting and crying about the massacre. The massacre of their babies, women, and children. While the rest of them are there telling you that it is a lie. We are going to play a video where you will hear the Senate President tell you that somebody and some people actually went to the US lawmakers to tell them bad things about Nigeria. Who are those people? It is BRGIE. Those people that went to the US government to tell them the bad things that Nigerian government are doing are who? They are the BRGIE. And BRGIE are very proud to do it because they have to expose the Nigerian terrorists because they have massacred. They have massacred more than they should have. And nobody was speaking for them. BRGIE are taking it upon themselves to speak for them. BRGIE has drawn the attention of the US lawmakers to see and to start digging and destroying that very contraption that was set up by Lord Lugard. The very contraption that is fired, but yet they are still using the contraption to destroy the lives of people. So the lawmakers are crying. Let us hear as the cry goes.
Tell us they are here, tomorrow they are here. Everybody knows within our area. But we will not see any action taking place. That is to say, sir, we need this Senate to tell the armed forces to be reporting progress every week so that state by state, otherwise it will be a mess of all issues and we will not be seeing progress. Sir, I beg you that time is right now, that this problem is solvable. We have seen progress. We should not allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President.
The Senate President, your fellow lawmakers are sending message to you. And what is the message? Keep your roads. Please save our lives. Keep your roads. Keep your schools. Please save our lives now. Our lives are in danger. This is who Senator Garba Musa Maidoki representing Kebbi State South. Keep your roads, keep your school construction, keep your factory construction. Our lives are in danger. All we need is to save our lives now because the terrorists are coming to kill our babies, women, and children. This is one evidence for the US lawmakers to use in filing of the sanctions against the Nigerian state. This is a sitting senator. He is confessing and telling you while the Pandora box of Nigeria are being opened, while all the boxes are being opened in the US Congress. So he is affirming to the fact that everything that we told the US Congress, that it is true. He said, my message to the Senate President is that please save our lives, save our people. Keep your road construction aside for now. Keep your schools aside for now because na person where they are alive, na in they go school. Na person where they are alive, na in they use road, they waka, they go work, they come back. Na person where they life dey, na in go fit, they go work, they go school, they take care of their children. He said, our lives are in danger. He said, this is one thing I have to say. If my life has to be protected, if I will be alive, I have to say this one and to connect the dots. A living senator, this is not an old video. And this is what? Nigerian Senate, National Assembly, National Assembly. When they brought up the issue of Nigeria on the list of countries to be sanctioned by America, Senate President said, we should have this discussion in a closed door meeting. Hello, Mary. Senate President Agbami, we should have this discussion in a closed door meeting. We will discuss and then we will now send some of our lawmakers to go and engage the US lawmakers and to make them to understand that what BRGIE have come to tell them and to table against them, that they are not true. You people did not take BRGIE serious. You did not take Okechukwu, the bad guy, with the America, or not take him serious. Because the people you paid to be inside BRGIE were telling you that Okechukwu cannot offer anything, that Okechukwu is useless, that Okechukwu has nothing to offer, that Okechukwu cannot move Biafra goalposts from point A to point B or from point B to point C. But now I'm asking all of you, how many professors are working with Okechukwu today to be able to enter and to organize a US congressional briefing on Biafra? Did you have any professor working with Okechukwu to make it happen? Did you have any doctor working with Okechukwu to make it happen? Did you have any engineer? Do you have any aeronauts? Do you have any psychiatric nurse? I am asking simple questions here. They said if you are not a doctor, if you're not a professor, you will not be able to get Biafra. If you're not a lawyer, a legal practitioner, you will not be able to get Biafra. Okay, you people said it's a mechanic, right? You people say that Okechukwu Nkere is a mechanic. But a mechanic that you people call him, he humbled himself. Since people say he's a mechanic, he humbled himself. And then decided to go like person who don't know anything. Till he waka enter US government lawmakers' chambers and started engaging, and started having meetings discussing about Biafra. He did not go to discuss about Biafra as a professor. He did not go to discuss as a lawyer. He did not go to discuss as an attorney. He did not go to discuss as a medical practitioner. No, he went to discuss as a Biafran activist. Yes, you people say that Okechukwu Nkere cannot offer anything. He's doing wonders, so him alone. No professor, no doctor, no engineer around him. But he's doing wonders. Do you now see that some of you that were paid by Nigerian government to be in BRGIE, you have been misinforming your paymasters about Okechukwu Nkere? You see the point now? You have been misinforming your paymasters about Okechukwu Nkere. And now the cry is everywhere. The Okechukwu Nkere that all of you undermine his ability. He has done what all of you doctors and professors could not do. He organized and carried Biafra into the US Congress for proper discussion. And everybody was shocked. They sat down in the media. It was yesterday. You see, after Nigerian media have seen that the result of the US congressional briefing is what has sparked all the public discussions about Nigeria massacre. They now decided to come and report about the US congressional briefing. As of yesterday, they were all reporting. Daily News, Daily Post reported, Authority reported, Daily Trust reported. All of them report left, right, center. People's Daily. I say, Now don't wake up, Abi. Now, they try to find out to know which fuel or which bullet where they throw food for US Congress goes back the hatred of Nigerian government for massacring Biafrans and every Christian in Nigeria. Now just go do research. Can't remember, say there was a US congressional briefing on Biafra on the 18th of September 2025. It was not 2024, it was 2025. It happened yesterday. And all of you were just laughing, taking it for a joke and for a ride. But now, you are gnashing your teeth and you're crying. Yes. This is how all of you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra the next day. Because you will still be taking us for a ride. You will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra the next day. As a joke, Now so listen to the senator. This is amidst this very problem that is happening everywhere. This senator is telling you, my message to my Senate President, I am begging. My people are dying. The terrorists are slaughtering them and killing them. But American government say, we are supporting the terrorists and all of you are crying. That we are allowing Christians to be massacred and all of you are crying. I am confirming it now that our lives are not saved. Please save our lives. He is even telling them that they should stop the road construction. They should stop the school construction. They should stop people going to school. They should save their life first because their lives are in danger. Are you getting the point? Okay. Now so, The senator nailed it very well. Let's listen to him again.
To our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator.
You have delivered your message. And I thought you, because you don't dare, you carry the mic, begin to talk of attack. The man said, this is the only message my people sent me to deliver. That if I have to be alive for them, if they have to be alive, you people need to come and save our life and stop all this nonsense that you're talking. You're talking of election of 2027. He said, if we want to have election to come again, we first must do what? Checkmate our security to see that we are not all vulnerable. Because anywhere you enter, it has become volatile. A senator is crying. He's not crying about his own people again. He's even crying about his own life. His own life. If him as a senator cannot be secured, he's telling you that my people are not secured. So keep the road construction. Keep the schools construction. Close the schools down. Let us target the terrorists first. Because there is insecurity. And everyone are dying. Mr. President of the Senate, this is my request. Keep the roads, keep the houses building, keep the school building, keep every project. Let us look at how the terrorists can be curtailed because my people are in danger. I am not secure. My people are not secure. We are in their need of a solution. While they are there to cry and look for IPOB and look for Biafra and look for Biafra Army and look for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and look for Simon Ekpa, the bad guy, Okechukwu Nkere, the APM, is in America doing them kum in a very silent manner. Double silencer, they do them kum in America. When he told people that when he goes to meet the American lawmakers, he's not going to go and sing your praises to them. Some of you don't understand. What he goes there to do is to use knife and cut Nigeria into pieces. And it is working very well. So let us listen to this senator again. As he cried for help and he's telling the entire Senate that Nigeria is not safe. Oh, he said, my people are not safe. My constituents are not safe. KB's people in KB state, they are not safe. Keep the roads, keep the schools, keep the house first. Let us look into the security because we are all dying. And if we don't curtail the terrorists, we will not have the next election again. And Nigeria will not exist again. We are already destroying Nigeria for them. So let them use their mouth to affirm it for us. You see, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was the sweetest thing to Nigerian government. And it was the worst thing they did to us as Biafrans. And we have made his kidnapping now to become the worst thing that they did against us. Yes, because back home, we are showing them pepper. Yes. And in diaspora, they are now crying about our activities in diaspora, while they also cry about our activities back home. I want everyone to understand that we are fighting for freedom. We are not a sovereign state yet. We are not a properly democratized government yet. We are freedom fighters government. Okay? So we need to do some things differently. Yes. That is why you don't expect us to jump when others are jumping. You don't expect us to clap when others are clapping. You don't expect us to shout when others are shouting. We need to use a different tactics and modalities that will work for our own cause, because our own cause is different. That is why when we go to the US Congress, all of you will open your program and be saying it is propaganda, it is propaganda, it is propaganda. We just kept quiet. Did you see me come to the media to come and start debunking all of you? Did you see me do programs to come and start debunking all of you for saying that the US congressional briefing was propaganda? Some of you said we rented US Congress room. How can you rent the White House? How can you rent the White House in America? Some of you said we rented that house. We rented the building to go and do the briefing. The next thing some of you were asking, you say, where is one senator there? You don't see one senator there. You don't see one senator there. But you saw the name of senators on the table there. You saw their name tag that they were supposed to be there. Is it not senators that approved that congressional briefing? Is it your father or your mother or your children that approved the congressional briefing inside your bedroom? Did we have the briefing in your bedroom? No. The briefing was done. The briefing was done in the US Congress. Okay? So we did it. And today, all of you are crying, having seen the result. We did not come to debunk any nonsense from you, because we knew the food that was going to emanate from what happened. Some of you are Itiboribos. Itiboribo, you know what is Itiboribo? Some of you are Itiboribos. That is why when we are doing something that is meaningful in US Congress, you are Itiboribo, you don't understand. You just go to the media and be shouting, wah, 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 wah. You use it to do propaganda because you hate Okenkere, because you hate Sonny. It is no more about Biafra for you. It is now about hating Okenkere and hating Sonny. For you to understand that I don't hate any of you. Any of you that have destroyed anything in this Biafra, if you come back tomorrow, come to the Biafra. Don't come to me, because when you were destroying it, you were destroying it openly. Come out first to the Biafran people. Tell them you accept that this is what you have destroyed. You have done this and done that and done that and done that. And now you want to make a U-turn. You are asking the people to forgive you. You want to start fixing what you have destroyed. Then you start fixing it. The other people will give you the condition of what to fix and how to fix. You start fixing it. If you are genuine, you will do that. If you are not genuine, you will not be able to do it now. So you continue to be on the antagonizing side to wait and see where you will bring Sonny and Okenkere down. It's not Sonny you want to bring down. You want to bring Biafra down. When you say you want to bring Sam Manepa and Nnamdi Kanu down, is it Sam Manepa or Nnamdi Kanu that you bring down? It is Biafra. Because Nnamdi Kanu and Sam Manepa may decide now to say, okay, I don't want to represent them again because they have sabotaged me. They will walk out a free man. Will that stop Biafra? No. That will not stop Biafra when they walk out. So the Biafra issue now will still come back to your head, to your shoulder. You will still continue to bear the brunt of Biafra. Yes, because you carried it and decided to. So everything that the enemies will be doing will still be falling on you. So don't think that you are destroying Sonny or OK or APM or PM or Onyendu. No, you are actually working against Biafra. So let's hear this senator again. He is giving you people warning. One Nigeria senator.
Our next election can be peaceful, and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the
Our next election can be peaceful and sustainable if we are able to take care of the problem that we have now. And if we cannot take care of that problem, then that means there is no sustainability and possibility of any election. This man is actually telling them what they are supposed to take for more. But will they take it home? They may not. He's telling them what they're supposed to take home. This is a take-home assignment for all of them. Our next election that we are shouting to the bush, shouting this, shouting that, may be peaceful and successful and possible. So it is a may. That is, he's speaking on probability. The probability that it works is 0 for now. And the probability that it doesn't work is not close to 0. There is uncertainty in what he's saying. So it may work, it may not work, because when you don't meet the criteria for it to work, why would you now be hoping that it should work? So you can see the expression from this senator. You see the expression. The man is in a very frail situation, considering the havoc of the terrorists that has happened to his people and his community recently. So, no be this man they talk so as you see him. Now another thing they talk for him body because the man is confused. He's telling you that Nigeria is finished, that we are all in one chance. When they shout election. Our next election may hold and may not hold. If this terrorist invasion and everything that America are talking about, we are still ignoring it. The terrorists may invade this Aso Rock and invade this Senate House one day and take all of us. Because if they have already taken our people from their community, we that are seated down here representing them, that means we are not safe. So for us to have, if there is a possibility of the so-called election that you're talking about in this chamber, for us, let us go and fix the security first. So that means the American lawmakers are right. Can you people pamper and embrace and sing praises and dine with the terrorists? So let's see if you people can go and fix the terrorist agreement to stop massacring Christian babies, women, and children first before you can be able to have a different negotiation.
all issues, and we will not be seeing progress. Sir, I beg you that time is right now, that this problem is solvable. We have seen progress. We should not allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads, keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator.
Please keep your roads and keep your schools. Yes. Keep the house. Keep everything. Our people's lives are in danger. If we may even see the election that you're talking about, we must first go and fix the insecurity that is killing our babies, women, and children.
Allow this progress to be derailed. We should pursue this remnant of these people so that our next election can be peaceful and sustainable. And we have something to sell to our people, sir. This is the only thing I want to take. If I get protected in my environment, please keep your roads,
Keep your schools. We just want to be safe. And that is the message we are sending to the Senate President. Please, save our life and our people. We are not bothered about roads now or schools. Please, save our lives. Our people's lives are in danger. Thank you very much, sir.
Senator.
Message well delivered. Their people's lives are in danger. Yes. But now, let us go also to hear the cry of Akpabio. Akpabio is crying about what BRGIE has gone to do in Washington, D.C. that now make American government to go after the Nigerian lawmakers now. That is where we are going now. You see, the lawmaker that just finished crying now is crying in response to what the Nigerian terrorist government have done, aiding and abetting the terrorists to massacre Christians. And then BRGIE went on a diplomatic outreach to the US lawmakers, dragged the US lawmakers in, exposed Nigerian government. And Nigerian government are to be sanctioned. Many sanctions have already been placed on them, and they are crying. So Akpabio is telling you that there is something somebody went to do in US to the US lawmakers that is making the American lawmakers to go after them. Let us go and get Akpabio, because Akpabio own they make me laugh, honestly. So if you not see the diplomatic work well, come to the Biafra Republic Government.org, Biafra Republic Government.org website. That is where you will see, let me put here, Biafra Republic Government.org. That is where you will be able to visit and see all the things you see on the screen. Go there and you will see it. Okay? Biafra Republic Government.org. Go there and you will see all these photos that you are seeing here. Now we are coming back to answer Akpabio, to let Akpabio know that this is the place that it is happening. And this is where it happened, that he should stop crying. He should go and think of what to do to save their ass. Because as far as US is concerned, our APM is there, and it's there to the back. So you all undermine. Now you see, Fabio, I'm showing you this on the screen. You are crying in your video that somebody went to US lawmakers to destroy you people and to destroy Nigeria. Yes, I am showing you that it is Biafra Republic government in Israel. For you people to kidnap Mazin Namdekan, imprison him, imprison Simon Ekpa, that is why BRGIE are going everywhere to hunt Una people down for the destruction you have caused to Biafra people. So you can see the Senator Ted Cruz there, and you can see the bad guy. APM, the bad guy. You can see the bad guy there. He's there. So you cannot kidnap him in America like you kidnap Mazinam Kano in Kenya, and also you lock Mazin Monegba up in prison in Finland. So you cannot do the same thing to APM in America because he has already had series of engagement with the American lawmakers. So the last one where hit on a very hard. Now this as he can carry in people enter American Congress, they go sit down there, they discuss and expose Nigeria. When I don't know what they do, when I take a as joke. But I go understand them very soon, very well. Now the thing is the shock for good marriage. So Akpabio is like asking a question. What is that thing? Who are the people that went to this place to go and cause us this problem? Let us see Akpabio lamentation. You all have seen the diplomatic work. Now let us go and hear Akpabio lament. Akpabio, listen.
Somebody suggested that we ought to have gone into executive session to discuss this, but I don't think we can win. No group can win any discussion on this because it depends on the state you are looking at. If terrorism occurs in a Christianly dominated state, most people that will die there will be Christians. If it occurs in a Muslim-dominated state, most of those who will die there will be Muslims. But if it occurs particularly in the North Central, you will notice that it will be targeted at maybe churches because that is what they are able to get. And then at the end they will say, oh, it's Muslims that kill Christians. If it happens in somebody suggested that we ought to have gone into executive session to discuss this.
I want to start analyzing the point that Akpabio is making here from the beginning of this speech. And I want you people to understand something. Anytime Akpabio is opening his mouth to speak, God uses his mouth to expose many atrocities of Nigeria and many atrocities of the very government which he is part and parcel of. Now, let us listen to what is going to analyze now, what is going to say about when the massacre happened, if it happens in the north, how they will target the church, and everybody will have the conclusion that it is a massacre against the church. Yes, just listen to him, because if it is not a massacre against the church, why did they go and target the mosques that are there? Why did the massacre go only directly to the church? And the people that carry out the massacre, they are not also church goers. They are people of the opposite faith that are going after the church goers. Are you getting the point? So, if it is not a target at the church and the Christians, why do you now leave your own faith? You're not going to target that side. You're coming to come and target that of the church. Akpabio is using his mouth to explain that actually what the American government are saying is right. That it is a massacre, a genocide against the Christians. Listen to him.
But I don't think we can win. No group can win any discussion on this because it depends on the state you are looking at.
First and foremost, that he does not think them can win. No group can win any discussion on this matter that is on the table because they understand that the truth is out already. So they will only be doing what? Debate. They will only be debating on the matter, debate, but he knows that they cannot win the matter because it is the fact that is facing everybody.
If terrorism occurs in a Christianly a Christianly dominated state, most people that will die there will be Christians.
If terrorism occurs in a Christianly dominated state, most of the people that will die there will be the Christians that are available there. And the question is, which people will carry out the terrorism in a Christianly dominated state? Fellow Christians of the same faith will not wake up and decide to use knife and machete to cut off the heads of their babies and women and children and the head of their pastor and bishop inside their very church. No. So the very fact that you have made is that when terrorism, so the terrorists are not from that same church. The terrorists come from afar to commit the crime in the Christianly densely populated state. So, point number one, you have established the fact that it is only when terrorists comes in to commit acts of terrorism there that they will be massacred and targeted against the Christians, and the Christians will be the casualties. Point number one, you have validated the American lawmakers. You have validated BRGIE for the petition we submitted against people in America.
If it occurs in a Muslim-dominated state, most of those who will die there will be Muslims.
If it occurs in a Muslim-dominated state, those that will die there will be Muslims. The question I ask is, will fellow Muslims of the same faith stand up and carry knife and start cutting the head of fellow Muslims for no just reasons? It must be an alien or an alien faith or religion that will decide to come and invade the Muslim faith to start cutting their heads off, right? So that is what act of terrorism. So a terrorist must come in to commit an act that is alien to the people. That makes it what? Terrorism. Akabio, God bless you. Because anytime you open your mouth to speak on this great chamber, you are destroying Nigeria and validating everything that has been said about Nigeria.
But if it occurs particularly in the North Central, you will notice that it will be targeted at maybe churches because that is what they are able to get.
Very good. If it happens in North Central, the target will be the churches because it is the churches that will become vulnerable. Akabio, God bless you for validating our petition. The lawmakers of America are right. So when it is happening in the North Central, because the possibility of Christians becomes 200% available, and they are peaceful, they don't go to kill somebody. So those that want to come and kill them, when they start the terrorism, the people that they will look for to kill is the Christians because they see that that is where the Christians plenty and they don't have the lifestyle of carrying machete and knife to go and cut babies on the neck and kill people. So the terrorists will go and target them. They will not go and target other people that they know can meet their match. They will go and target the Christian churches that are there in the North Central. Akabio is helping the subject matter very well.
And then at the end they will say, oh, it's Muslims that kill Christians. If it happens in Kano or Borno, they will say Christians kill Muslims. So the way the whole situation is that we still need to go into executive session and get a date for our security summit, so we can have close discussion on these matters. The What is happening in the United States?
The cry of Akpabio is going to start here now. In the last one, he said he liked that. He said when it's happening in Kanu and happening in Bonu, they will say it is Muslim. No. When it's happening in Kaduna and happening in Borno, you see that the people that they massacre are Christians. They will not go and massacre the Fulani terrorists. There's one thing people need to understand here. When you use the word Muslims, there are even Muslims that are Christians. They hear me so? They say they are Muslims, but they say they are Christians. It doesn't answer their name, Muslim. But there are Fulani terrorists that actually come. Their own work and job is just to massacre. I want to see one Boko Haram terrorist, one ISWAP terrorist that is a Christian. Please, can somebody show me one ISWAP terrorist that is a Christian? Can somebody show me one Ansar terrorist group, one of the members that is a Christian? I want to see and know if there is one of the commanders and generals and the terrorist members of ISWAP, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, Ansar terrorist group. I think Fox News have unveiled that their numbers are now over 23 terrorist groups in Nigeria. And they did not count you as a Biafran inside as a terrorist group. International community are assessing the terrorist index in Nigeria. And you as a Biafran is not mentioned there. The Nigerian government says you be terrorist. Why? Because you are fighting for independence. The Boko Haram terrorists now, the entire terrorist group now, the Fulani terrorists that they say they are just bandits that are killing people, cutting off people's heads. Nigerian terrorist government are not calling them terrorists. So from what Akpabio said, I want Akpabio to show me one Boko Haram terrorist member that is a Christian, one Ansar terrorist group member that is a Christian, one Fulani terrorist group member that is a Christian, one ISIS terrorist group member that is a Christian. I just want to see. I just want to see so that I can use it to now respond. Can you find any of them? If there is, if there is a Boko Haram terrorist group member who is a Christian, if there is Ansari or ISIS terrorist group member who is a Christian, why did that Boko Haram terrorist group member allow their fellow terrorist Boko Haram members to cut off the head of the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria in Adamawa? Why did he accept and allow their leader to cut off the head of the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria? If you have Christians, bishops, pastors inside Boko Haram as terrorists, if you have bishops, reverend fathers as terrorists in Boko Haram camp, and they are also carrying weapons and coming to be, why did they now allow a fellow Christian pastor, the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, to be beheaded? Why? You see? So, Akpabio, go and retrace your statement. Because when it happens in Borno and Kano, they will not say it is Muslims. No, that is the mistake that you people are making there. You will say it is Muslim. No, they will come and say it is Muslim that is killing Muslim. No, it's terrorist that is killing. I have not seen anywhere where Boko Haram terrorists and Ansar terrorist group, ISWAP terrorists, bring a video or make a publication that they have cut off the head of one imam. I've not seen it. If you have seen it, please let me know. Send it to me. I want to see it. If there is any evidence, publication, or video where the Boko Haram terrorists behead one of the teachers that they have in their Islamic schools, I want to see. One of the clergymen that used to teach them, like Gumi, like Sheikh Gumi. I want to see if there is any sheikh that Boko Haram terrorists have cut off his head in Nigeria. I want to see. This is what I want to see. When you see it, you have factual evidence to say, okay, this is not a genocide. This is not a fight targeted at Christians or to eliminate Christians. If you can show me just 5 heads of Sheikh Gumi Kaim that has been taken off by Boko Haram terrorists, just like they have taken off the head of many Christian Association of Nigerian officials. This one you see on the screen is a chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria. Chairman, this was in 2020. Chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria. They cut off his head. They make the video and show you the video that they have cut off his head to send a message to the Christians that Nigeria is not for you, that you should leave that place. So if you can show us a video of it, very good, and then it will be very, very fine for us to use it as evidence. So let's go back to Akpabio.
Is of concern to Nigeria.
Akpabio said the issue of America is of concern to Nigeria. What is the issue of America? The lawmakers of America standing up now to drag Nigerian government for their complicity in the massacre and the genocide of Christian babies, women, and children, and men. That is where Akpabio is talking now. Listen to him. He said, the response of American government to the massacre of Christians is of concern to Nigeria. He is speaking now as the chief of the lawmakers of Nigeria. Let us hear what he's going to say.
What is happening in the United States is of concern to Nigeria. It's of concern to the Christians. It's of concern to the Muslims.
Oh, so it's of concern to the Christians. It's of concern to the Muslims. So, for those of you that does not know or may not know what he's talking about, this is what he's talking about. Where is the bill? This is what he's talking about. The fear of BRGIE and what BRGIE have done to them in US is what they are crying about. So he's now telling you the response of American government, the American senators, against Nigeria on the massacre of Christians, babies, women, and children and men, that it is of concern to them, the Nigerian lawmakers. It's high time they sit down to see what they want to say. And it is important to the Christians. It is important to the Muslims. So I just want you that is just joining us. If you don't understand what Senator Akpabio said, the issue of America is of concern. Hey, this is the issue you see on the screen now. That Senator Ted Cruz is raising a bill to sanction all the Nigerian terrorist criminal officials. for aiding and abetting the genocide of Christians by supporting the terrorists and sponsoring them and taking care of them, even paying them, even reintegrating them back into the army, the navy, the air force, the police, and everything.
Because the moment they bring sanctions will breed poverty.
Now, do you now understand? Akpabio understands the importance and the intricacies and the phenomenal stand of the sanctions that BRGIE we're talking about now. When we told them that we have submitted petitions to the US Congress, or we have submitted testimony to the US Congress to do what? To sanction Nigerian officials. This is it. This is it. Can you see this? BRGIE called for sanctions on Nigeria. And Finland. The acting Prime Minister provides explosive testimony to US Congress, urges the release of Kanu and EPA. And then we said Nigerian government should not, American government should not take it lightly with Nigerian government, and they should be sanctioned. Okay? BRGIE calls for sanctions on Nigeria, Finland, and Biafra. Recognition. The acting Prime Minister of BRGIE, submitted historic congressional testimony to the US-Congressional Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission in response to the June 24, 2025 congressional hearing, Transnational Repression, Trends and Policy Approaches. Mr. Nkere submitted the testimony in his personal capacity as a Biafran American political and human rights activist. This is the first time in history that such congressional testimony has been submitted on Biafra. And the key point to dig into this testimony was what? Was Nigeria. We are not going to fight Biafra now. We are going to fight Nigeria for them to allow us to be free. We are fighting against Nigeria to allow to let us be. So when Biafran people submitted this testimony to the US Congress, calling for the sanctions on Nigerian officials and their government, people were not taking it serious. People were laughing. And today, Akpabio is telling you today that we know what the sanctions mean. Oh my God. Akpabio is comparing to you. He said, we know what the sanctions mean. We know what the sanctions will bring to us. The sanctions will bring poverty. It will bring hunger. Are you getting the point? Let us go back to Akpabio so that we get his message very well.
It's of concern to the Christians, it's of concern to the Muslims. Because the moment they bring sanctions will breed poverty.
Sanctions, when American government brings sanctions on us, Nigerian criminals, the sanctions will breed poverty. He's beginning to feel it and he's trying to explain it to his people that this American sanction that people are hearing is not going to be child's play. Everything will cackle. What I go pass carry. Maybe I don't think I'm like you.
To the Muslims. Because the moment they bring sanctions will breed poverty. Poverty knows no religion. So for me, engagement will be the best.
Akpabio is already proposing that for him, what he advises is that they should go and engage US lawmakers. Now, one way engage US lawmakers. You cannot engage Tinubu first to release Martin Namdekan. That is where your engagement should start. Because you people don't seem to identify your problems. Your problems are not far-fetched. Your problem started the day you kidnapped Martin Namdekan as Nigerian government. And as you kidnapped Martin Namdekan, that is why the other people have gone kaka. They decided to drag you out to America. Since 2021, you guys kidnapped Martin Namdekan. Nobody, World Igbo Congress, Anambra-Igbo, what WIC, any group, no group, or any Igbo group that are all over the world, no group has made any attempt to drag you people to American Congress for kidnapping Martin Namdekan. It is only Ogengere, the APM now, that has dragged you people to the American Congress for kidnapping Martin Namdekan since 2021. He dragged you people to American Congress. And now you people are crying. You are crying and you are afraid of sanctions. Akpabio is crying and is afraid of sanctions. Akpabio is telling you that this sanction will bring hunger, and that the hunger will not know about religion, whether you are Christian or Muslim. No. And that he is recommending for the Nigerian lawmakers to go and start engaging the American lawmakers. Hello, Mero. Is it not too early? So the fear of BRGIE has become the beginning of wisdom. Fear of BRGIE has become the beginning of wisdom. If you like, continue to ignore us. We are not making noise too much. We are working in the show. We are working in the show. When I go release Martin Namdekan, we go to finger on her, destroy on her shoelaces, destroy the shoe, destroy on her handle, destroy everything we will carry for body. Small, I go to decay. Everywhere when I enter, I go to decay. You see, when America speaks, everybody follows. America spoke in the war of Israel and Hamas. United Nations could not speak, they could not do anything. And it is only America that has spoken and something is happening. America spoke in Ukraine and Russia war. Nobody spoke to be able to do anything. It's only when America is speaking that something is happening. That is the deciding factor. You want to know, you want to believe, you want to understand, you want to continue to undermine the fact, continue, you're dying in stupidity. Listen to Fabio.
When we go into executive session, we can decide to set up a small ad hoc committee to go to United States or America and engage our colleague parliamentarians there.
Hey, Fabio said they are going to set up ad hoc committee to go to United States of America to go and start engaging the US lawmakers so that they will be able to counter what BRGIE has done. Now go here and you go compare to the map. Say there are some people that went there to do something to destroy Nigeria. And so we have to go and do something to fix it. You're very funny and you're so realistic when you sit down on this place to be talking to fellow Mugu Nigerians like you. So Fabio has identified the problem and he has told his fellow lawmakers that they have to send some of them to go and start engaging American lawmakers so that they can go and change the story, so that they can go and change the lies. It is too late because there are facts and figures and evidence that have been presented to the American lawmakers. Facts and figures and evidence have been presented to American lawmakers. It is not a hearsay. Before you saw BRGIE held a congressional briefing inside the red chambers of America. You should know what it means. They are going very fast. Yes. They did not blow the trumpet all along. They were doing background work and you don't know that they are going far. So check out the level where they have gone now.
And then to also educate them. To educate them.
And now we don't want you to go and start educating the US government. To educate them and let them know that what BRGIE came to educate them about, that it is dangerous and it is destructive to them. And now they are waking up, they want to come and correct the narrative. No, it's too late.
Because if you see what these people are doing, most of them are outsiders. When they come and start spraying bullets from GP, what do you call it, or they throw rocket, they are not throwing rocket into the crowd targeting a particular religion. They are killing Nigerians. I don't know who will now go and sit down and bring out maybe the dead bodies and say this one is a Christian, this one is from this family, this must be a Muslim. This one. So we are facing a situation whereby these terrorists are trying to terminate the lives of Nigerians.
Now, let me address a topic from what you said. You see, in a country where they refuse to work on their database, this is how you will always come out to talk to defend your criminalities. America, will I say, is bigger than Nigeria in population, if I may say so. But you see what is happening? They have a database system. They are able to control and know who is who, know who is Muslim and who is Christian and who is Hindu. So, for Fabio to now take the failure of Nigerian government to ascertain who is a Christian, who is a Muslim, and who is Hindu, and who is not who, or who is a traditional worshiper, and when they go and kill somebody, and when the terrorists go and kill, and they will not know whether it's a Christian or Muslim. It is a very wrong assertion, a very wrong way of exonerating their failures in their political system. You're supposed to be canvassing and asking for what? A robust database system, whereby as soon as anybody is born into this country or comes in, you must go through that data system. As far as you enter the country, they capture your data in the system. The day you live, you're in the system. The day a new baby is born, in the system. The day that baby is dead, in the system. So if they tell you somebody died in the Zuzu community, with the database system, you can even sit down there and do census. And then you will know the person that is missing in that community for the past 3 days. Then you can be able to tell that this is the person that is actually missing and they have been the one that is dead. So when you don't want to work on database and then you want to glorify your failure on the mixed multitude of Christians and Muslims and Hindus and traditional worshippers, your problem is not solved. The problem are not solved. So people that continue to prepare on how to go to America and start engaging them. We have already laid the foundation for you guys. So try to go like we need a good
And then, of course, frustrate us from going into the farms, producing food to feed ourselves. So,
all this thing that is saying, has it not been happening for the past 20 years? It has been happening for the past 20 years. The government that do not take cognizance to the main problem of the people. They are only focused on how to remain in power, who will be the Senate president, who will be the senator, who will be the minister of this, who will be the minister of that. They don't care about people. Now you're lamenting. You're only lamenting and talking out on this issue now because we have opened the Pandora box in America for you guys. That's why you even have time to doing this in-depth talk. You're going very slow, talking as if you are emotional about the ocean. No, what you're considering here is how much you enter your bank account. as the Senate President. Not how many babies, women, and children are being massacred and burned to ashes in Plateau. How many were burned to ashes before December last year in Plateau? How many were massacred in Plateau? What has been the reaction of these useless lawmakers all year? Is it not because of the massacre that has been shown in Nigeria that made the Biafra people to decide to act USM? It is that same massacre that made the Biafra people to decide to have an army and to declare Biafra independence. So, these senators cannot be here speaking as if they are just waking up now to the reality that they got people there. They use that to shoot. They use EKID to shoot. Are you not the people that recommend and endorse the reintegration and rehabilitation of the same Boko terrorists that have killed babies, women, and children? What are you saying? That is how you people are actually aiding and abetting the genocide that the US
So this discussion will be better in a closed session, and I think
it is great to discuss this matter in the public. Our Fabio is telling them it is better we close the door, remove the media, no television access, no radio access, nobody will on the phone to record what we are saying here, so that it will be secret. That is what our Fabio is telling you. Because when they want to discuss it, they are going to do raw talk about the matter. So they don't want it to be televised. So that when they are saying it, people will not hear and know their flaws. They want it hidden and done behind the scenes.
I think at the end of the day, we should actually have a small team that should visit our colleagues and also put the other side, because some people must have gone there to give a one-sided story.
He said some people must have gone to America to give a wrong story about Nigeria. That is where they cry. BRGIE. The people will go there, go give story about una massacre of the Christians. See the people here. Now these Biafrans, where they see these Biafrans, they are the people that went there to table the matter of the massacre of Christians, the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now look at the senators that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. International kidnappers are talking. They are the ones that even have the guts to sit down and be talking inside this place. They're not even ashamed. Yes, some people actually went to America to talk to American government against your kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes. So, and against your connivances with the terrorists to massacre and slaughter and to kill babies. That is what you are actually facing now. You are facing the result of your neglect. You neglected and turned blind eyes to the massacre, and then in turn you sponsor the terrorists. So what you're going through now is that you are facing the result of your negligence. So when you are crying and say some people went to America to actually tell American government one-sided story about it. No, it is not one-sided. Now evidence, facts and figures. Now BRGIE give American government. So it is evidence. The evidence full everywhere. All the massacre people, it has been on the media now. As it happen. Now so they put them for social media. So everybody they download and they keep. Everybody they download and they keep. So there is nothing like some people went to America to go and give one-sided story about you.
Discussion will be better in a closed session, and I think at the end of the day, we should actually have a small team that should visit our colleagues and also put the other side, because some people must have gone there to give a one-sided story. And at the end,
okay, somebody said I need to refresh. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. Let me refresh. The network is going kaka. Okay, I just refresh now. You guys should check if the sound is better now. Check if the sound is better now. I just refresh. Please check if the sound is better now. Check if the sound is better now. Ikuku, check if the sound is better. Take wall up. Take wall up, Biafra. Check if the sound is better now. Check if the sound is better now. Those in the listening session, check if the sound is better now. I've just refreshed. Check if the sound is better now. Check if the sound is better. Okay, we continue.
We should actually have a small team that should visit our colleagues and also put the other side, because some people must have gone there to give a one-sided story. And at the end, it will now look as if only Christians are being killed by terrorists in Nigeria. But I can tell you that a lot of Muslims have lost their lives in the last 5-10 years. The same way Christians have also lost their lives. So my personal opinion is that Nigerians have lost their lives as a result of insurgencies, banditry, and others. So if you look at what is happening in the Southeast, predominantly Christians, most of those that are killed in the Southeast.
You see, he's now leaving the massacre of Christians as a case study now. And he now wants to use Biafra and to start castigating IPO. This is to tell you that this man has identified and understand where their problems are coming from. They have identified that it is BRGIE that dragged their nakedness to American government. Yes. That is why you are here to discuss about the massacre of Christians, which predominantly are Biafrans. And then American government is dragging you out to come and answer for massacring Christians in Nigeria. You have not even been in that one. You pointed out that some people in America, some people went to America, went to the lawmakers in America to go and paint Nigeria image back. And we are telling you, yes, there is BRGIE too. Now, he is now coming to point out BRGIE now. And then he wants to leave talking about how babies, women, and children have been massacred. He wants to now talking about IPO. Listen to him. So that you know that he knows that he understands the people that are destroying them in America.
Including the late husband of our demised icon, Dora Akunyili, the way the man was shot dead and everything. Will you come and ascribe that to religion? I'm talking about what IPOP is doing. You see brothers killing brothers. Okay, so the sit at home that is going on Mondays in the Southeast that has almost crippled the economy of the Southeast. Is targeted at?
Okay, so it has almost crippled the economy of the Southeast, or it has crippled the economy of the Southeast. So, Biafra people, do you now know the pain that you are inflicting on Nigerian government? You now understand. Then they know that it is not about the Christians there that is going to America to go and talk to American government. They know that it is you, Biafra people, BRGIE, you, IPO, you, indigenous people of Biafra. You are their problems. You are the one that they kidnap your leader, they keep them, they imprison your prime minister, they keep in Finland. Now you people have gone to America to start destroying them. And instead of him to say what he wanted to say, he diverted to Biafra now. He start telling you that Biafra people kill Dora Akunyili husband. Somebody that was killed by them as fellow terrorist politicians. Hopeless of them, they connive with all the politicians. They only know what happened and how they killed that man. They kill him and stage manages to now use the name to blackmail the Biafran people. And you're telling us that a brother is killing your brother in Biafra. Which brother is killing brother in Biafra? When you come and use one person as a slave to sabotage Biafra and to kill Biafra, you expect that the family of those people now will now overlook you that have come to kill their brother and sister. Then you come and say it is brother is killing brother. You will go use that person and say it's a bubag. Come go in house, go they want them to kill him. What were you using him for? So a terrorist that is come to kill Biafrans in their home, the Biafrans should allow them to breathe because they claim to be speaking a language of which they are not Biafrans, but they are terrorists come to kill them. What do you do to a terrorist when a terrorist is coming to kill you? So this is the painted narrative that Nigerian terrorist government and the lawmakers are pushing out there. But you see, the thing is paining them. They are confessing about how you are using Citadel to strangulate their economy. The thing is paining them of how Biafra IPOB is standing very strong. It's paining them of how indigenous people of Biafra are standing very strong. How they are not backing down on Biafra. How they have gone all the way to US now to go and use political button to be pressing against Nigeria. Pressing the button and the button is making wick. And Nigerian lawmakers are crying now.
Okay, so the sit at home that is going on Mondays in the Southeast that has almost crippled the economy of the Southeast. Is it targeted at Christians or Muslims?
Is it crippling the economy well? Now I hear that it is crippling the economy well. Very good. And you ask the question, you say, is it targeted at Christians or Muslims? Let me ask you, is it the Christians or is it the Muslims that are the ones that are keeping national becoming detention? Is it not you, one of the Igbo politicians? Is it not you as Igbo politician? Is it not all the Igbo politicians, including you, that are keeping national becoming detention? Is it all of you Igbo politicians from the Holy Spirit that connive together to sell national becoming to Nigerian government? While you come and sit down there and you're shaking hands with Boko Haram terrorists, they decided to kill national becoming because of that. So, where do you expect the sit at home to happen? The people that walk the way to kill Martin Namdekan, they are from the whole eastern region, the Biafra land. So that is why the sit at home does not need to go to Kafanchan. The sit at home does not need to go to Abuja. The sit at home does not need to go to Lagos. The sit at home needs to be in that Biafra land where you people come from, where you, Ababio, come from, where Lebumai come from, where Hobosodema come from, where Suludu come from, where Mbak come from, all of you, where Ifeanyi, and Ikpazu, where all of you come from, where Willy come from. That is where the sit at home need to, because that is where we're planning of how to eliminate Martin Namdekan in 2017. He went to his house to eliminate him, God saved him, and then he later found himself in Israel. So it is not Boko Haram that is keeping Martin Namdekan. It's not Boko Haram that kidnapped Martin Namdekan. It is you Igbo politicians that kidnap it. So the sit at home is not targeted at Fulani. Fulani is not there. Fulani is in the far north. It is you as a Biafran, as a Christian that is in the east, that need to feel the pain, just like you are confessing now. If I ask a Boko Haram Fulani senator there, do you feel the impact of sit at home of Biafra people in Kaduna or Kano or EKID or Zamfara? He will tell you, no, Biafran people are not observing sit at home here. It's only in Biafra land. So you are the one that is feeling it and you are giving the answer now. You are complaining. Yes. So that means what we are doing is making sense. It is yielding results. That is why you are complaining. If it was not yielding fruit, how will you be complaining if you are not from Biafra land to feel the pain to feel the ripple effect of what we are doing, how will you be compliant? So it needs to be in Biafra land and not in Abuja, because we are targeting you people that kidnap Madinamdika and give to the Nigerian government.
So Nigeria has complex security situations, and we should actually go out there and educate people so that they will know what to do. But when they just come out with a one-sided motion, it means they have a target, and that target is to strangulate the economy of Nigeria. That's my personal opinion. So it's left to us as a parliament to take proactive actions and be strategic in our response. If we stay here to give figures and instances where Muslims were killed or where Christians were killed, then we are not helping the situation. Ours should be, what do we do to ensure what Senator Jim Ibrahim said, counter terrorism? How do we respond to the guerrilla tactics of the terrorists, whether internal or external aggressors? So let's go into the prayers. Is there anybody that is opposed to this motion?
Yeah. So this is how the cry of the Nigerian National Assembly today or yesterday went. They cried, they lamented, they cried. And the Senate President of Nigeria has established that we actually went there in submitting anything against Nigeria to make sure we destroy Nigeria, because Nigeria has destroyed lives of innocent babies, women, and children. So you have to end Nigeria if you want to be alive. You cannot allow a contraption of this kind to continue to exist if you want to be alive. Now, to the Igbo terrorist politicians, which IKOM is one of them, your lamentations have not started yet. BRGIE will continue to give all of you come. We have seen Atiku Abubakar joining his voice with Showore to the release of Madinamdika. And we applaud all of them. We want to see their protest come to fruition. We don't want them to stop on the way. Biko, make una no stop on the way. Let the protest come to fruition. We want to see you guys protest. Yes, we want to see you guys protest. And we want to see that your protest is not cancelled. You know, it is only in Nigeria that when they are talking about how to give Boko Haram license and how to negotiate with Boko Haram and how to take care of them and how to protect them, how to not to kill them. They don't need to do protest for it. When they were to kidnap Madinamdika, they did not need Atiku Abubakar to come and do protest for it, to kidnap Madinamdika. They did not need Showore to do protest to kidnap Madinamdika. These are some things you need to understand. When Sunday Igbo was to be released and his case file was to be dropped, when Showore's case file was to be dropped, did not need anybody to come and call Atiku and come and call the Igbo elders and leaders to do protest to the release or to drop the file or the case against these people. You see, when it now involves Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it becomes a case that Atiku Abubakar have to come and join protest. Showore have to come and join protest. I want to ask a very simple question. Let it not be that the protest people are trying to do is to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to campaign for Nigerian election. Let it not be that this protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is to use his personality to cajole the brains of Biafrans into believing that Nigeria will work, and then you use him to do political campaign, to protest, then you use that to do political campaign for yourself for 2027. Then you tell Biafrans, oh, if I protested for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that means I want Nigeria to continue and I will allow Biafran people to cohabit. We don't want to cohabit in Nigeria anymore. We are out and out. All we want is Biafra. We have defended Biafra and we are defending it. We will defend it till we get our land fully controlled by Biafrans. So, let it not be that this protest is for political aggrandizement. Let it not be that people want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to garner political prowess. I support the protest. Then the question I ask people is that, why is it that it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that everybody needs to protest before he is released? Did he kill anybody? Did he rape babies, women, and children? Did he cut off heads of babies, women, and children? No. But the Boko Haram terrorists do. The ISWAP terrorists do. The Ankara terrorist group do. All those terrorists that massacre babies, women, and children on a daily basis, Nigerian government sit down with them while they hang weapons on their head and they are negotiating and shaking hands with them, signing peace deal with them. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not do any of that, right? So why do you need to do massive protests before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released? Instead of going to do sit down and talk, paperwork and negotiation, just like you do to release Boko Haram members, just like you do to sign peace deal with Boko Haram members. Why do you need to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's phone to do political campaign? When he was kidnapped, he did not use him to do political campaign. Before the plan of the kidnap, he did not use the plan of his kidnap to do political campaign. Why is it now an opportunity to be used when all of you are doing political campaign? We are not against this massive protest, and I am in support of it, and I want to see that. But there is a message to all of you. The way you people sit down to negotiate and sign peace deal with Boko Haram terrorists that have killed babies, women, and children, you don't do protests in the streets before it happens. You all know how you meet in Aso Rock to sign those peace deals, to have the discussions and to make it happen. Use the same way to make it happen for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stop playing useless games. But as you people hit the street, I will be here to televise when you start the protest. And I'll be watching and I will open the Pandora box when I see that you people are ready to start using it to gratify yourselves for your political campaign of Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not fighting for Nigeria continuity. He's fighting for the independence of Biafra. So since you have made him a political prisoner, release him. If you dine and wine with Boko Haram terrorists, you shake hands with them, you integrate them into Nigerian Army, Air Force, Police, and Navy, and everything. So, you did not use them to do political campaign and to protest along the street when you're doing all this for them. But in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people have to say they have to go and do political campaign. Chai! Why is this happening? This is happening when you have elders, brothers, and sisters who are supposed to be protecting you, but they prefer to sell you out because of pot of porridge. Yes. When they are supposed to be protecting you, they prefer to sell you out because of pot of porridge. If the elders of Biafra were as strong and valiant and ready to do anything for Biafra as the youth of Biafra are, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa are, as the senators of the North are, will you see Nigerian government? Will you see Nigerian government be doing caricature with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and the Biafran people? No. Chuku Jeku Eruchala, you said, please let whatever that will lead to release of MNK be done. Did I tell you that I am against it? No, I'm not against it. I'm just explaining facts and figures to you. That before you see that somebody as Atiku Abubakar, Showore, will now be the one to come and protest to the release of Martin Nnamdi Kanu, where are the Ohanese? Where are the World Igbo Congress? Where are the elders and the youth of Igbo land? Where are the elders and youth of Biafra land? Where are the senators and ministers of Biafra serving in one Nigeria? I'm asking you a very pertinent question. Why will Atiku be the one? Why will Showore be the one to be hitting the streets and mobilizing protests to the release of Martin? When they are doing peace talk for the Boko Haram, they don't need to do protests before it happens. When they are releasing Boko Haram terrorists, rehabilitating them, sending them to school, taking care of their families, paying them ransoms and so much money, they don't need to do protests in the street. Atiku don't need to come and carry a placard. Showore don't need to come and carry a placard for any deal to be affirmed for the Boko Haram terrorists. None of the ministers and senators in Nigeria have to do so. So, do you know why? It is because your elders and your senators, your governors and ministers, they have all compromised. They are actually your problem. That is why Atiku and Showore are actually dragging them out. They are trying to shame them, to expose them, to tell the entire Nigerian people that it is not Nigerian government that is keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention and that is imprisoning Simon Ekpa in detention and that is killing Biafran people. That it is who? Your evil politicians. That is why the topic of my program is no elections in Anambra. Igbo politicians jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for jihad, while Boko Haram politicians are protecting Boko Haram. Are you getting the point? So, if you have Ohanese who claims to have been originated from Biafran extract, and then the Ohanese are not asking for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for the release of Simon Ekpa. Instead, they are placing bounty on the head of Simon Ekpa and the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What do you expect from the people that you sell your children, you sell your brothers and sisters? That is the point of context that I want you to understand. Chukwujeku. Because you have demons in the name of politicians and elders and brothers and sisters that you have that are in Nigerian politics. And they want to kill you. They want to rip you off of everything They don't want to see you alive. They rather see Boko Haram terrorists come and take over your communities and rape your women and children, while they will continue to enjoy the glorification as Nigerian politicians. That is what they want to do. So you need to understand this fact. So when you sit down and see them wake up someday, make you not trust Nigerian politicians. If they say yes, they are yes. Don't take it to heart. Just hold their yes until you see them fulfill their yes. That is the best way to deal and to treat with the Nigerian politicians. They are not different from the Igbo politicians that we have. They are digging our graves on daily basis. Those that are bringing the Bubago terrorist army to come and kill us, rape our women and children and fight us on daily basis. It is not the Boko Haram, Fulani politicians that are bringing them. It is the Igbo politicians that are bringing them. That is why we have launched a campaign on making sure you know your problems and go after them and fetch them out. Where is Akpabio? Where is Osita Shinashu? Where is Peter Obi? Where is Soludo? Where is Ipanyuba? Where is Andimba? Where is Hope Sodima? Where is Obonaya? Where is Bianca Ojuku? Where is Abaribe? I'm asking all of you a question and I want to answer. Now, I want to ask some of you, because Shore is challenging the Igbo politicians.
Mr. President.
And join him in this protest. The person you see here that is shaking hands with Tinubu, that is Senator Isu Naso. I want to ask you a very pertinent question. Listen to this man. When you listen to him finish, I'll ask the question.
Mr. President, the Senate is worried that if the activities of Simon Ekpa, who is issuing the illegal sit-at-home order, is not checked, he may succeed in corrupting the minds of Nigerian youths and turning them against the government of Nigeria. Accordingly, the Senate resolved to condemn the sit-at-home in totality, as well as the nefarious activities of Simon Ekpa, who is the gang leader.
Point of order, the leader of the Senate.
Now, did you listen to that very message? This is Igbo politician, a Biafran politician, who is raising a motion that Biafra agitators, Biafra leaders should be killed and that they should stop Biafra. Because when they allow Biafrans to continue creating awareness, the awareness will catch up with you and your eyes will be open. Just like it is opening now with the awareness that we have done in Washington DC. The US lawmakers, their eyes are open now and they are beginning to catch up with everything we are saying. They are holding Nigerian leaders accountable. So this is Igbo politician. I am asking you now, will you be able to see this man coming to protest for the release of Anambra-Igbo? Because the challenge of this protest from Shore was that Shore is telling all the Igbo criminals, politicians, that they should come out and join him. Let me see. They should come out and join him in the protest for the release of Anambra-Igbo. Okay, look at the screen. Shore's mandate is to see that all the Igbo criminal politicians will come out and join him in the protest. And then Atiku Abubakar say he joined the challenge. Okay? They have set a date for 20th of October. Now look at what she will read. I have tried reaching out personally to Dr. Alex Otti. Let me bring this to the bigger screen. Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo and Mr. Peter Obi through his team today. Alex Otti and Soludo neither took my calls nor responded to my messages. They promised to tell Mr. Obi about our plans, although he is currently traveling. See, Obi will always traveling anytime you tell him, come and talk about Biafra to see how to release Martin Nnamdi. I also reached out to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar through his team. As Senator Abaribe, he will return my call. This one will not show up. He may show up just to come and do caricature, crocodile. I spoke with Obinna Agucho of the House of Reps. This is the man that was in the court. He was receptive and encouraging. The Abia State House of Assembly members informed me that they plan to travel to London next week and then return directly to Abuja for further action. They mentioned they intend to visit the Attorney General of the Federation first to lodge a complaint. They didn't anticipate a placard protest. Did you hear that? They did not anticipate a placard protest. I told them that is fine. What matters most is that we agree on a unified date for action. Did you see that? Even the House of Assembly members of Abia State, they don't want the protest where they will carry placards and they are demanding for the release of Martin Nnamdi because they don't want their political career to be destroyed in Nigeria. They are afraid of carrying political placards or carrying protest placards to protest against Nigeria for the release of Martin Nnamdi. They are afraid they cannot do it. They told Showore, if this protest you're talking about need to hold, we don't want to carry placard, we don't want to bring placard, we don't want to see the placard that is written free Martin Nnamdi, or we carry the placard and then our photos will be there, our videos will be going viral. They don't want, because they want to remain relevant in Nigeria. It's not about the freedom of their people. But you will see senators and ministers of Nigeria going very far to see that they save the lives of people in the north. But our own are telling you they don't want to carry placard. See, they didn't anticipate a placard protest. They didn't anticipate a placard protest. I told them that is fine. What matters most is that we agree on a unified date for action. This is not the time for hesitation, he told them. If we genuinely believe that Martin Nnamdi deserves freedom, then every leader of conscience must act now. Now, did you just listen to what I read? The State House of Assembly members of Abia State, where Martin Nnamdi comes from, they don't want to protest and to demand for the release of Martin Nnamdi. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? They don't want the release of Martin Nnamdi. When I tell you that the problems of Martin Nnamdi are not the Abuja senators, the Abuja Fulani political elite, and it is Biafra politicians. They don't want Biafra to come. They don't want Martin Nnamdi to be released. You can hear it now from a conversation of Showore with them, demanding a protest for Martin Nnamdi. They say no, they don't want to come and carry placard, because when they come and carry placard and demand for the release of Martin, it will show that they are supporting Biafra. They don't support Nigerians, so they will suspend them from being Nigerian politicians. They will not be paid again. They will not have money again. So they rather prefer Martin Nnamdi to die. Biafra is decimated while they continue to remain relevant in Nigerian politics. Did you now understand the point? Did you get the point now? Okay. If you did not get the point before, at least you have been able to figure out something now. You enter now, Abi? You enter, Abi? Okay. Now we enter, Abi? You enter. Okay. You feel the gist now. Okay, your problems are not from the north. The problems are your politicians. The people that don't want Martin African release, they are your politicians in the East. That is why you need to hold them accountable. now where I read this thing now, you see, King Joshua Chidebere can't say it is well. King Joshua Chidebere, why it not go well? Maybe you did not believe when I'm telling you that your problem, the problem of Martin African, the problem of Biafra people being massacred, that it is not from the north, it is not from Lagos, it is not from Abuja. Your problem are your politicians. They are the ones. There is another video where Showore said that when he was calling people and talking about the release of Martin African, that from Imo State, they said from Imo State, somebody from Imo State said no, they should not release Martin African because the releasing election will not hold. Nigeria election will not hold again. So they must keep him so that Nigeria election will hold and Nigeria will continue to destroy our lives. Did you get the point? So now that you are now getting this message from Showore, it is not me that spoke with the Igbo politicians and bring this message. It was Showore that spoke with them and brought this message. And you can see the kind of reply that they gave. They didn't anticipate a placard protest. They don't buy the idea. They don't want a placard protest so that they will not be removed as Nigerian politicians. But when Showore protested and when all the lawyers in Nigeria protested, when all the pastors and bishops protested against Goodluck Jonathan, they were all Nigerian politicians. So, all of them protested against Goodluck Jonathan, whether in 2014 or 2015. And none of them were afraid to protest against Goodluck Jonathan. But you see today they are telling you they don't want to protest for the freedom of Martin African because they are afraid they will be kicked out of Nigerian politics. But they would prefer to see Martin African dead while Nigeria politics continue. I now ask you, if you have this kind of people as elders, politicians from your clan, what are you supposed to do to them? People that rather prefer to sell you out so that the terrorists that want you dead will have their way. They can fit part on the flesh. How can this Osita, who is calling for the head of Simon Ekpa now, when you call for the head of Simon Ekpa, you're calling for the head of Biafra. The head of Biafra here is Martin African. Simon Ekpa did not emanate from the river. Simon Ekpa emanated as the result of you people kidnapping Martin African. He's a product of Martin African incarceration. He's a product of the kidnap of the IPOB leader. He's a product of the massacre of the babies, women, and children of Biafra. So when you say they must kill Martin African, and then you people place bounty on his head, are these the people that Showore is challenging to come out and join the protest? People that place bounty on the head of Biafra, people that place bounty on the head of Simon Ekpa, people that place bounty on the head of Nnamdi Kanu, people that are placing bounty on the head of Biafra Defense Force. While Boko Haram terrorists, no bounty is placed on their head. But rather, they are paying them. They are giving them pistols. They are signing agreement with them. They are giving them weapons. They are paying them humongous amount of money. Showore, I love your plight. I understand very well that you want to expose the Igbo politicians to the Biafran people because many of them, they don't listen to us when we are telling them that it is not Abuja that is keeping Martin African. That is what I can say from what you want to do. You want to use this opportunity to expose the evil politicians. Yes, I love it. And I would love to see that this protest fall. And I want to see Atiku Abubakar marching the street, carrying a placard and demanding for the release of Martin, so that we will all see how evil politicians will run away from the protest and they will all shy away. Yes. Because if they go and join the campaign, if they go and join this protest, then later they want to go back to go and join the Aso Rock, it's going to be a tussle. It's going to be a problem. So thank you, Showore, for this initiative. Drag them out, expose them, and destroy their evil plans. I salute you. And anybody that wants to join the protest, you can join. Or when you see that Atiku Abubakar is there, and they are not using bullets to kill Atiku Abubakar. When they are not killing Atiku Abubakar, you can join. Go and stand behind Atiku Abubakar, so that if they want to kill Atiku Abubakar, or if they want to kill you, let them kill Atiku Abubakar first. You know, say if they kill Atiku Abubakar, the North will come for Nigerian army. It's not like these useless politicians that we have in the Igbo land, in Biafra land, that they will kidnap Martin Namikano and you are the one doing the kidnapping of Martin Namikano. They will go to Martin Namikano's house and kill him. You are the one going to kill him. It is not the terrorists from the north that is coming to kill him. You are the one. You are the one in Biafra land that is going to kill him. But go and try it with Atiku Abubakar or Erufai. Try it with any of the northern politicians or any of your elders or leaders. You will see that Nigerian army barrack will not stand again. I salute all of you, and we will return back again tomorrow to continue the awareness. Thank you all to everyone, and keep the fire burning. We'll continue to remind everyone about the superlative work that BRGIE are doing in Washington, D.C. So if you do not believe in what we are doing, please ask questions, and they will explain better to you, because we are doing exploits. We are moving mountains. And those that understand the good things that we are doing, they are confessing and they are telling you that it is happening. They will communicate from me. It is good night to you all. Morning, good evening, good night to all of you. They will.
Before we go, I would like to ask you this. I see you in court. I see videos of you in court every time Nnamdi Kanu appears in court. And this case has lingered for too long and so long. Shouldn't we be talking about a political solution now to resolve all of these and probably give closure to the people of the Southeast and maybe peace too?
You know, the Kanu situation didn't need to last one day longer than the day Buhari left. Kanu was Buhari's personal prisoner, because those people, the Buharis of this world, believe that Nigeria is a real estate that must be held together, it must be united. But you would think that people who claim they have broad minds about what Nigeria is, the diversity of Nigeria, the crisis, is the first person they would have done. The first person they would have let go is Nnamdi Kanu, because didn't we let go Sunday Igboho? Are we not? Have we burned down Yoruba land? Before Buhari left, I was one of the people fighting for Ezaki. The argument by those who were opposed to his release was that if he comes, he will burn down Kaduna. Ezaki has been out of jail now for how long? He doesn't even have time for Nigeria. He has become an international ambassador for Nigeria. He goes to Lebanon, Iran. I've seen him in Iraq. He has not had time to even rebuild his area base. That shows to you that what of some of the fear mongering that happens on the corridors of power is driven by unreasonableness, and that is why
I just want to say, look, eventually, they are going to resolve the issue politically. Because the political issue is a self-determination matter. There's no court of law that can resolve Kanu's matter. Even if he's found guilty by their own standards, it's still going to be he's a political prisoner forever.
Some people have also said that there are also some political interests, even from his region, who do not want him to be free.
We know that because I was earlier in, I think 2023, I was part of some conversation to release him. And what came straight was from Imo State, that he can't be released before the election in Imo State, that he will affect them. And after that, everybody kept coming and said, don't release him, and here we are.
All right, we have to go now. I must thank you very much for your time on the program. Omoyele